Okay, hello everybody, welcome to Just a Summer Tournament. Match of Veranda 64, MatchaLatte versus Shoto. I'm Alice, and today with me will be Tsitsuskjit. Say hi.
Hello everyone. This will be a very interesting match, mainly because we have a certain player on this match that has a very unique badge on their profile, which is the Mania World Cup third place. I'm very excited to see both the players' scores and see how Shoto matches up against Mania World Cup's third best team member.
I mean, from what I believe, Shoto was barely qualified, did barely qualify, so I think this might be pretty biased, although we will see maybe some upsets here. I don't know. You never know, really.
I think anything can happen in the matches, and Mania is very unpredictable. We've seen certain matches where a person stopped playing because they thought the song was over and they lost.
We've seen matches performed on different input devices and with different injuries also. So we are gonna be this is like, yeah, this is just a very unpredictable game and a very unpredictable, I guess, tournament setting.
That is absolutely right. Shoto seat 74, as you said, barely qualifying, MatchaLatte being one of the best. I wonder what the tactics are. MatchaLatte is pretty much known for their amazing everything. What can I even say? That guy's like a very strong player in every single skill set. Shoto, on the other hand, I am not familiar with yet, so I'm very curious how he holds up.
I mean, from what I saw, he is a pretty decent. Although I did see in this tournament particularly a thing where some of the players here are sort of kind of maybe kill capped in a way, where even like Randa 64 becomes a little too physical with the like wild patterning these maps have, and especially like I see the lower. The lower seed people banning like a lot of Rise 5, for example, like Bonkers, which is a pretty bonkers map. Anyway, yeah, I mean, so some of the more physical maps are kind of gonna be like a stopper here. But first pick, we're gonna see Hybrid 1. That's pretty popular.
What's really important is that we have to know that Shoto went through the playoffs. That guy already won his first match.
Yeah. He did not do bad whatsoever. I mean, it takes some courage to kind of control your nerves during the playoffs match. It all depends if you actually get to play the tournament. So if you won, we might see a hidden gem here.
MatchaLatte choosing the mirror mod makes you wonder if they practice the pull. Maybe there's some kind of mind block going on. That's usually like the issue, because sometimes you practice the pull too much, you just start to develop mind block on it, and you need the mirror to like play it properly.
Sometimes mirror doesn't even work. That's me. I mind block maps very quickly. But yeah, no, going right into it. Shoto holding pretty strong in a 99.30 without a break, and matchup break.
MatchaLatte is going to find the first break of the match.
And it's gonna start.
Yeah, very surprising for a 10th seed.
It's gonna start flickering, actually. Maybe more towards Matcha's side just because of the pure accuracy. But you never know. One break there might be another, and then Shoto might take the crown for the first pick.
That would be a very interesting thing to see. I also really like the scroll speed difference. MatchaLatte being on the faster side, while Shoto is quite slow in my opinion. Sometimes the patterns look very different with different scroll speeds, I've noticed. Shoto finding 200 on just like hand or something, and like during this break. Unfortunate, but it's not going to be too bad. Shoto still holding the full combo at 99% accuracy.
Yeah, I mean, Shoto here is kind of doing combo gaming, because you would see the score difference and would think this wouldn't be 2,000 points difference, yet it totally is. We just had an early game choke here from early round choke here from Matcha, and yeah, it really shows here with the difference.
That break really hurt Matcha as well, just because it was above the 400 combo mark, where you have like the maximum multiplier.
Yeah.
This map also being on the longer side, so like some minor mistakes just don't matter nearly as much as your like overall accuracy or performance. There's just so many nodes you can improve your accuracy on. It's not a big deal if you like get 1 minute or like a few 200s.
Yeah, but as we're moving kind of towards the end of the map after last quarter, MatchaLatte regained a lot of the ground, and Shoto breaks. I mean, this is kind of a nail in the coffin here with a 17,000 point lead towards MatchaLatte going to increase because of the lack of combo cap. Oh, and with another break.
Really unfortunate for Shoto, it started finding breaks at the end of the map. The point difference has gone up all the way up to 28,000. I don't think there's any chance of Shoto coming back in this map.
Little last notes here, and MatchaLatte ends this with a 985 compared to a 956. 3,000 point lead, and 10,000 points will be going over to MatchaLatte, which we can see a pretty noticeable ratio difference, but considering the difference between players, this is not bad at all. And also the grade count is something to note here. The misses here, he kind of caught them later on in the map, so we can kind of, you know, chalk it up to just stamina or nerves, but he did perform very, very well. Actually, it was matching MatchaLatte for a pretty long time there.
Yeah, the score difference was quite small for a lot of the map. It really started going up when Shoto found the first breaks. But honestly, it is a very, very good performance for a person of this seed, I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, he did really surprise me during the playoffs. I think I commentated his match. He was a very strong player, and he continues to show that he really is a very strong player.
Maybe there were some kind of like nerves going on in the qualifier stage, or maybe some kind of unfortunate chokes. You can't really know. And Shoto is going for the Protect as his first pick.
Being
Trick hard.
Yeah. This map kind of being on the more chill side of things, getting a pretty low star rating, and for Alan Tech being on the simpler side, definitely. I kind of see why this pick got protected in the sense of Shoto being a little like worse at probably like more dense things, etc. This map is kind of perfect since he did hold a lot of the accuracy on the hybrid 1 pick.
Yeah, I think that was a very good choice. Just picking the not very physical map against MatchaLatte.
I mean, to be fair though, Matcha does have amazing ratio, etc. Although this is his best like winning shot, I guess, with like those kind of biased matches when you have that seed 10 versus like seed 55, for example. That just being kind of, you know, you have to play to your strong suits, and even though the other player might be strong, if this is your best pick, then go for it. But starting off with a little bit of a drop from Shoto, actually finding a 200, I think.
Shoto dropping, I'd say a lot of accuracy in the very beginning, just barely above 98 right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is not the best kind of situation for him. MatchaLatte holding that 992, 991.
MatchaLatte holding very strong, kind of like 1-to-10 ratio just based off accuracy alone, I'd say. Just rounding about, dropping a little bit, but it's really not a big deal when the other player is struggling to maintain 98% accuracy right now.
Yeah, I mean, we can see the UR bar. It started being kind of panicky, going more towards the early side with the releases, definitely going like near the perfect cutoff, but still I think he's releasing quite early and probably started to just panic.
Also, there's like a certain part I've noticed with like newer tournament players where they're just not used to the LN releases on their skin sometimes. And it can really mess them up because sometimes you just don't know that you just get like Percy on it or no.
Yeah, this is actually a very good point. There's a lot of Percy players that are just oh, and he broke. But there are a lot of Percy players just starting out tournaments that kind of don't realize to play Percy on a tournament level, you have to really get used to your specific body and sort of have that like rhythm where you can feel the minion land without really like seeing it for some like no, the harder kind of Percy cutoffs. And yeah, this map is quite a bit of a Percy blocker. You can see it in the release kind of patterns there that it's not that easy, and the lens are also kind of on the shorter side.
MatchaLatte is still holding on very nicely though. 99.7 like a full combo. Looking to get a very high score on this right now. 50,000 point difference. It is quite a big difference. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. And with that, we're gonna finish with a MatchaLatte getting a 999 pretty much. I mean 990. Only by 60 points did he not get it. And Shoto, I mean, struggling here with the with the ratio just a little bit, and the great count is also something to note. No, that with just one break, it's still a very, very decent score.
We're seeing an instant pick. MatchaLatte choosing Rise 3. Leroy during Pride Month. As I said the match before. Well,
very, very beautiful map. Very, very beautiful song. Can we just like agree that the players must pick a direct core song every single time?
I think it can be made. I think it can be arranged.
There's no way to add that one to the rulebook.
Yeah, that is true. But the title is full of lies and deception.
It ended. The cake is a lie, and so is the map. Also, the background might be a lie for most of the community.
Cake or fake? Whoa, Shoto! 1,600,000 points! Aye.
Absolutely amazing performance from BanchoBot. Going straight over to Shoto. But starting off, I mean, he's holding pretty good for now.
First burst coming along, MatchaLatte still holding amazing ratio. Shoto still holding on, 99%.
Yeah, I mean, he's struggling just a little bit on the crazy kind of more bursty patterns that this map has. But so far so good, actually. He's still kind of in the range where if matchup breaks, he can match him pretty nicely, I think, if he regains some of his accuracy. But MatchaLatte holding a 99.86, which is going to be that 990k range.
I think it's important to know that Shoto is still holding a full combo on this map. This map is not easy at all.
Yeah, this is one of the more physical ones. Besides from Bonkers, I'd say this one might be, yeah, that might be the most physical. And RC4 compared to this one, so it does that a little differently. I feel like it's more forgiving. While this one, with that pure like abrasive burst, it really does put a number on your on the physicality side too.
It is a very interesting looking pattern. Shoto struggling just a tiny bit to keep his accuracy on this, but they give the combo, which is absolutely good news.
Yeah.
This will be coming to an end as well. 40,000 point difference. Very difficult to come back from yet again.
I mean, this is a little bit on the shorter side. But yeah, this is gonna go to Matcha once again. I mean, this pick, I wouldn't expect Shoto to, you know, be able to match to Team Red that well, just because of how physical it is. I mean, him being on the lower side of seeds, actually having to play playoffs to get into round of 64, this might be a little hard for him. but score nonetheless very very good, holding a full combo, which is the very important part. Combo gaming to the fullest.
There have
993
been
from
a
Matcha.
lot of times where you can just see that combo is king, but unfortunately it cannot be true when the other team also just has a full combo on it. MatchaLatte just choking the double is actually. That was absolutely spectacular on this map.
Yeah, that is true. Let's see what the next pick will be though.
It is Shoto's pick yet again. I feel like Shoto should just play into their strengths. Maybe we'll see another Olympic. What do you think, Alice? What is he going to pick?
You know what? Oh, he did go for RC1. I would say he might want to go for something like Hybrid 3. We have not seen it for quite a while, and I feel like that one is a little less demanding from you when we were talking the pure physicality side once again. So I mean, but this pick it's sort of very physical. We have seen a little bit of an upset in a match earlier on, which this pick has caused a little bit of pain, but yeah, no, this is fine. I believe if Shoto can hold a semi-good ratio on this, I mean, anything can happen here.
That is true. The speed pick is a very interesting thing, I'd say. It's not something I expected. I was fully expecting Shoto to go into the LN hybrid side again, but we'll see how he does on this pick.
It's starting off, and they're going even, which is
Yeah, they're actually even.
We'll see how it is on the drop here. I remember this map is very continuous. Once it starts, it never ends. That's kind of its deal.
And here we go. MatchaLatte holding on to 9.82 around, dropping her to stay with 200. Shoto also holding very well actually, 9.34 is
Yeah.
something I didn't expect. In my opinion, speed is like one of the hardest patterns to get good ratio on.
Good ratio and good accuracy. You have to remember, you miss kind of one that truly motion, and you can get a lot of 200 and can even fully break. And he is holding on very, very good with Bancho just freaking out right now. Okay. But yeah, 4,000 score difference for Matcha. This is in the break range. He can win with a Matcha break here. But maybe not anymore.
Even with lower accuracy, Shoto is still within striking distance of MatchaLatte. Like, oh, I'm so sorry, I might have cursed him.
Oh, and that was either Bancho or that was a keyboard disconnect right there.
Just stop playing for a few seconds. That is
Very unfortunate.
Oh, it was Bancho?
Yeah, it was Bancho. But yeah, you did actually curse him, which brings me to the point that this is a very mean commentator. But yeah, I think this is gonna be a point for MatchaLatte.
Again, MatchaLatte gets the point. Shoto finding another messy drop, just finding a few 50s and 100s, one of them is.
Yeah, and I mean, Shoto nonetheless holding very, very good ratio for what it is. Especially that this is a speed pick that's very continuous. You can find yourself kind of losing ratio on that pretty quickly. And once again, I just want to point out he's a playoffs player, so this is very, very good still. MatchaLatte with a 992.8 with most likely would be like a 993.5 or even more if not the greats. And we are gonna
another instant pick. You're seeing another Leroy song.
Yeah, this time a new Leroy song, being not Daria, but still being a banger. Absolute goated song choices once again, but I don't know if this is good for Shoto. I mean, MatchaLatte picked still a pretty dense map, pretty physical one.
Also, I just want to highlight Shoto won in playoffs and made like it was a really crazy upset because his opponent was like seed 55 and Shoto is seed 74.
Yeah, he did play very well. I mean, you can see he can be a very good tournament player if he just gets his gets some accuracy up, etc. Because he already has the mindset. He already has the, you know, kind of set a play style for it. He was the underdog in playoffs and he won, and he's not performing bad in round of 64.
That is not a very good start for Shoto, finding quite a messy draw again. A few 200s coming along with the miss. I think I said 50 or 100 as well. It's very unfortunate. But it's still early days and the combo wasn't very high, so it's going to hurt as much as it would be if he missed, for example, now.
I mean, yeah. Also thing to know here. This is a oops. This is a pretty long map. So here, misses count proportionally less than they would in, for example, a 2-minute map. But this is not boding well for Shoto, as Matcha is already holding 22,000 point lead, and it is just gonna increase since Shoto cannot reach the combo cap as it seems. Oh, and MatchaLatte breaks. Ooh.
That miss is going to bring the lead slightly towards the blue side, but it is just not enough. Still 25,000 point of a lead. We're almost halfway through the map and Shoto just having just a lower accuracy performance, I'd say. 98.4 against 99.66.
Yeah. Just that, and I mean, we have to really, you know, be wary of that. These early matches here with the playoffs still kind of, you know, proving themselves to be proving being just a little bit of a proving ground for the players that did not qualify. The matches might be just a little bit biased here, so we are seeing like actual renowned tourney players against people that just played playoffs, and this is still not bad scores.
Yeah, there was some kind of banter issue. MatchaLatte still has the lead. But he was at like 0 for a second there for some reason. Banter was too weak and out sometimes. But Shoto finds another break and just makes the lead go to MatchaLatte even further away.
Yeah. He's gonna secure. I mean, there's not enough time for Shoto to recover that lead anyway. But yeah, this is the sort of problem with playing matches in the peak usage of Bancho. You get a lot of errors. You kind of never know what miss is real.
Yeah, but it seems the misses Shoto is unfortunately getting are real.
And it's MatchaLatte potentially losing the point to Shoto because of a disconnect.
It looked like a fail though. Wait, we're back? What is happening?
Was this a panic moment? Can we get clarification? Or was this a fail?
It seems MatchaLatte won and got full points for it.
No, Shoto did get 10k.
Yeah, look at the chat.
Oh. Oh, so by all means, I think MatchaLatte actually got this point. So Shoto does not have 10,000 points. This is confused. I've never seen a Bancho def like this, out of all things. Where
Yeah,
that...
me neither. So apparently MatchaLatte got oh my god, 967,000 points and Shoto got 903.
Yeah. Well,
MatchaLatte can close this match in the next map if they win with like a 10,000 point difference or more. Even less actually. Just missing 9,000 points to win.
yeah. So technically here, if they do not pick a protect pick, yeah, which is not gonna be the case, if Matcha wins here, that is gonna be a win for them.
Yes, we are seeing Hybrid 3 you mentioned before. It is a tech hybrid pick. Star rating is not very high, 4.5 stars, but it is tech. Tech is very, very underrated in terms of star rating.
Yeah, true that, but it really isn't that sort of physical in that way. It's more control-y tech. So I thought it would maybe be a semi-decent pick for Shoto, but I don't think he's dealing with this that well.
MatchaLatte with the early lead right now. Shoto finding a few breaks and a few accuracy drops. 30,000 points in favor of MatchaLatte right now.
Yeah, this one is this one did not go well at first for Shoto and Matcha. Even though they aren't performing at their best, I definitely think they could have like held like the 990 range on this map. Still, it's just not gonna be enough for Shoto to secure the point, as he does have a 98%.
Shoto is getting his accuracy back up though, because before he was at like 97.7, I think, if I remember correctly. So definitely improving his accuracy as the map goes by, but I think it has too far gone. MatchaLatte with a 99.44. It is a giant accuracy lead in favor of the red team right now, and the 52,000 points as well.
Yeah. So this is approaching the last note. I mean, this is gonna go towards MatchaLatte, and with that, MatchaLatte is gonna take the match.
That is right. MatchaLatte is advancing to the next round, while Shoto is knocked down to the losers bracket.
Yeah. Still, this wasn't a bad score. Apart from the miscount, he did very well for what it is, and I hope he gets some luck in the losers bracket so he can advance further. I mean, he did already do an upset in playoffs, so that's one thing.
Yeah, that was already an amazing performance. Alright, MatchaLatte will be going up against the winner of Tevolkin versus Just Some Guy 97.
Alright.
I think it'll be another very interesting match for MatchaLatte next week.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, with that, this was us alongside Successgrid, and I'm gonna see you guys a little later.
Yep, see you later.